Alright, Seat Warehouse. They're the ones I got my new seat from. For this 2003 Gravely 144Z. This is the old mower I picked up for 800 bucks. It's got 2,600 hours on it. So I bought just the seat without the seat rails and the two armrests for $105 shipped to the door. Had it in 4 days. Called and talked to him. Had to remove my old seat and get some numbers off it. As soon as I mentioned that it was a Mills Co. and it was a type, whatever that is, XB180, the guy knew exactly what would fit it, and they had it. These nut cert positions are kind of important, especially if you're ordering a seat and going to intend to use your own seat rails. It get a little dicey trying to move that bolt pattern around. But this seat fit perfectly. Material's great. I mean, really hardcore, heavy duty stuff. Got the drain hole in the seat, so if you leave it in the rain. So give those guys a try. They got seats for everything. Zero turns, full-size agricultural tractors, backhoe skid steers. They got a pretty big selection, and they seem to know what you're talking about. So if you do some looking and get your seat off, and make sure you get any kind of numbers off it, I think you can get a seat that fits exactly, bolts in. So anyway, enough of that. I'm kind of on a hold till I'm in Florida here, but I'm waiting until probably the end of March or something to spend the last $100 on this thing. I will replace my main drive belt because I found a big notch in it. From Gravely, they're $80. I think I can get one from Oregon from around 38, 42 bucks off eBay. That's what I'll do. I did sand and prime, repaint these front wheel housings. They seem to get beat up quite a bit because people ram them into things trying to get too close to stuff. I probably will repaint all this just back to here and leave the rails alone just to get rid of the rust. And if I can find some new Gravely stickers from Gravely, they're $18 a piece plus shipping, so I'm probably not buying them from them. Or I'll just paint it and leave them off. But one new tire, eBay, under $15 to the door. 4 new front wheel bearings, eBay, new dust cap. Was missing when I got it, but the bearings are in good shape, no play. Spindle bearings are in good shape and quiet. Mower has over 2,600 hours on it. Bunch of places I had to weld shut some of the holes that have been wallowed out. Where my spring mounts were, they'd eaten big slots in them. I welded those shut. New set of bushings in that idler arm. Those are Gravely parts there. Pretty much not going to find them elsewhere. Still got to procure some. I'd like to find the cushions that go on these things. Again, from Gravely, they're 18 bucks a piece, and well, that's ridiculous. Just to doll it up a little more. But real nice seat. My armrests bolted on there. I had to use I call them nut certs that came out of the old seat. They were pushed through these holes where the armrest mounted. I was able to push back the upholstery and sneak those back in from the back side, so I've got them bolted through metal, not just screwed into the plastic seat pan. Found the cap on eBay for my Donaldson air cleaner. The old one had dropped down in there, the owner said, and melted to the muffler, so it was no good. Just changed the oil. Found a Kawasaki OEM filter and a filter for my hydro on eBay also. Probably 30% less than you walk in and buy them anywhere. Sometimes those hydro filters, they like to get up to 20 bucks for them. I mean, come on. I think that one cost me $9. And the oil filter was around $8.50 to the door. So done a lot of cleaning on it, a little adjusting on the pump motor linkages. Trying to even out my control handles. I may put the bushings in that are down here at the bottom of these. These are a hard composite bushing that goes in from both sides. Those got to come from Gravely. They're $8 a piece times 4, so it's $32 to do these two bottoms, which seems to be where most of the play is. Doesn't really hurt anything, but get a little play there, get a little play in this set of bushings, a little play in the pump motor linkage. Just take some of the slop out after 2,600 hours. Oh, new blades from Oregon online, $36 to the door. So, if you're buying a cheap mower, you put expensive parts on it, especially a high time one, you might end up spending more than it's potentially worth. So, at $800, I've got under $1,200 in it now. Well, $1,150 in it right now. And it's ready to mow. And I have mowed a little with it just to test it out. So that's that. That's where it's at. Oh, I think I got to build myself. Oh, I'm going to build myself a grass chute. Commercial guys all take them off. There's probably literally hundreds of these thrown in piles or in people's garages, but trying to find one that fits this older model might be difficult. But the original hardware is there. It bolts right up to this little L bracket. Weld a piece of plate to that L bracket so that'll flip up, and then put that belting material cover around it, make it so it'll still lift up like it did originally, but use belting. This originally had an all steel grass chute, and I wouldn't blame people for taking those off because you'd smash into stuff with them and scrape up other things, plus you just destroy the chute eventually. I guess that's why they put the belting around all of them now. So, but anyway, everybody seems to take them off in the commercial business, partially because when they load them on and off the trailer and stuff, some of them have clearance problems, and I would guess maybe it spreads the grass better, especially in wet grass. Gets more velocity, can shoot it out further, but not an issue for me. So that's where it's at right now. And I think that's all I got to say about it. All right, later.